I will now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Algeria. You have the floor. Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to begin my statement by expressing to you and the members of your Bureau my sincerest congratulations on your well-deserved election to the chairmanship of our committee in order to lead our work. And I wish to assure you of the full support of the Algerian delegation. I would like to focus my statement on the situation in Western Sahara. This territory, which is the last remaining colony in Africa and the most vast occupied territory in the world. And the decolonization of this territory has been on the agenda of the United Nations since 1963, or nearly 60 years. And after the 6 decades that have elapsed, the people of Western Sahara still continue to experience nothing but exile and oppression. Madam Chair, barely 2 weeks ago, on October 4th, a historic development took place on this issue. A development that came on the heels of the legal foundations on the issue of Western Sahara. I would like to recall here the definitive decision and unappealable decision delivered by the European Union Court of Justice in a case dealing with Western Sahara and trade deals between the EU and Morocco on fisheries and agricultural products. And I would like to highlight 2 immutable founding elements enshrined in the decision of the European Court of Justice. 1, the territory of Western Sahara is distinct from that of Morocco, and its status is an issue that pertains to the matter of decolonization. And the judgment said that trade agreements between the EU and Morocco on fisheries and agricultural products, an agreement, a trade deal to which the people of Western Sahara did not consent to, were concluded in an inappropriate manner from a legal standpoint. Second, the Polisario Front and the legitimate and exclusive representative of the Sahrawi people, and I quote from the decision, the Polisario Front should be the primary interlocutor and counterpart in the process carried out under the auspices of the United Nations with a view to the determination of the future status of Western Sahara. Given the impact that it has on the rights of this people to self-determination, the Polisario Front meets the conditions to be able to contest and address any legal decisions before the court in the interests of the Sahrawi people. Going beyond the legal and political significance of this decision, which is one of many decisions, this latest decision of the European Court of Justice, there are 3 lessons to be drawn. First, this is a consistent, solid decision that expresses a legal situation that has in fact always been clear and immutable. And I recall in this regard the advisory opinion of the International Court of Justice of 1975, where the court stated that it did not find any legal link that would affect the implementation of Resolution 1514 on the decolonization of Western Sahara. If you recall, during that same period, there was an agreement, or namely the Madrid Accords on the partition of Western Sahara. And none of the terms of that agreement were accepted by the international community. The international community decided to reaffirm in November of 1979 the inalienable right of the people of Western Sahara to self-determination and independence in accordance with the Charter of the United Nations and the objectives of Resolution 1514. Moreover, the Secretary General of the United Nations affirms in each and every one of his annual reports that the Security Council examines the issue of Western Sahara and considers it an issue of peace and security, which calls for a just, lasting, and mutually acceptable solution that would ensure the self-determination of the people of Western Sahara. The Fourth Committee and the C24 also approach this as an issue of decolonization. Secondly, and also very importantly, I wish to stress the destiny of an entire people cannot be decided by anyone other than them, that people themselves, and this has been reaffirmed by 1514, 1541, and 2625. The UN doctrine on decolonization remains unchanged, and the modalities for implementing the right to self-determination must be decided upon by the Sahrawi people. I would also like to add that no one, and this is in response to what certain colleagues have said, no one can offer sovereignty over the territory of Western Sahara unless it is the clearly expressed will of the people of Western Sahara. No one can mention investments or the opening of consulates as something that can replace the self-determination of a people that is still under colonial domination. Madam Chair.
I'd like to thank the distinguished representative of Algeria for his statement.